Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Tactical Baby Gear Podcast. In this episode, I have my personal trainer on with me, Mr. John Duberley, and he and I talk about kind of my fitness journey up to this point, the first 60 days, what that's looked like, how weak I was, how much stronger I'm getting, and then we also cover like nutrition and some of the foundational stuff that to getting started with fitness, whether it's the nutrition stuff like I mentioned, or just getting into the mindset, figuring out what types of working out is best for you, and things of that nature. So it's a shorter episode, but there's some really, really good stuff in here, and some funny stuff as well. So I hope that you enjoy it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. What up, John?
Hey.
How's it going?
Great.
Thanks for joining me last minute for the podcast.
Oh, I love last minute.
We like to get weird at times.
That's how you get weird.
John is my personal trainer as of recent times, and he's been very responsible for keeping me on track with my amazing new fitness journey, which we're almost 60 days into this. We are 57 or 58 days into this now. Close to 60 days now.
Can't wait.
Am I doing good so far?
Doing great.
Are you just saying that to make me feel good?
No, because you haven't broken your leg.
Well, that was okay. So let's talk about this. That was part of the problem that I had, and I've mentioned this several episodes ago when I started and I told you guys about day one of like, I'm going back to the gym. I'm going to start doing this again, but I had to be mentally prepared to do it because. And part of the problem, this has just been a long process for me to even start working out again, because I got out of working out because I was super busy, and then sitting at a desk now instead of working in the shop and working on cars and stuff like that. And then two kids, and like dadbod was setting in, and I was just busy in the office, and I didn't really make time to work out again. And then I broke my leg, and then I got like really lazy and lived on the couch for months. Trav, how long did I lived on the couch for like 3 months. I mean, like I had a really gnarly surgery and screwed my leg back together and all this kind of stuff. I lived on the couch, and that's the whole reason Travis works here now. I like had to drag him here to help me do things, and because I couldn't get up and down the stairs and all this stuff. And then it took me months to like mentally prepare to even commit to working out again. And then I just had to go, once I got there, then I had to get in touch with you and be like, hey dude, we need to make time. I need you to be like waiting for me to come, because I'm super good about not letting other people down. So I have to like make sure that there's someone else there that I'm not going to let down. So
I was patiently waiting for a while.
for like a year.
I just kept poking at you.
Yeah. Well, and how often does that happen with you, where you know that like eventually somebody's going to come around and you'll be there to sort of like make them accountable or be accountable to them, but you're not a pushy guy.
No.
You're super chill, super laid back.
I don't yell. I don't push.
Yeah. Tell these guys a little bit about yourself. They know about me. Tell them a little bit about yourself, what you do, who you are, your background, etc.
My name's John, personal trainer, Powerhouse Gym, also with PULSEology. We're a training company. Been doing that civilian world next month will be about 6 years. Got out of the Navy 2011, November.
How long were you in the Navy?
6 years. Traveled the world, enjoyed it, stayed in shape. You kind of have to, you get kicked out. Got the pleasure of helping others do that, so I enjoyed doing that as well. Just got out, moved to Savannah, picked up a job, doing it in the civilian world, and just keep enjoying it. I love helping people and keeping them in shape, so that, just continued on from there.
Right.
Occasional running every now and then.
That's all you do is run. You don't even know how to walk.
No.
This dude competes in about every 5K. Obviously not every single one in the country, but like.
I had my first rest weekend this weekend.
I mean,
of the year.
Every weekend you're running a 5K or 10K or some triathlon or some sort of event, and you do very well. Like you win most 5Ks. 10Ks, you win most of those. This dude's got a natural born talent to run.
2 10Ks a year, so.
Right.
One coming up soon.
Yeah. And then you got into doing triathlons for a little bit more competition. I don't know.
Switch it up. a little swimming and biking in there.
And you're doing very well with that. You're you're making your way to the top.
Climbing up like you are.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm climbing up, dude.
Hey, we're going from a 4-wheel skateboard to a 1-wheel.
I'm making steps, making moves here, folks.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, when do I get a hoverboard with no wheels on it? Oh. That's what I'm talking
Michael
about.
J. Fox.
There we go. Yeah, so anyways, back to what I was trying to say before was like, you're not a pushy dude. You're not like, get in here, work out, blah, 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 or you suck, or you're just kind of quiet, laid back, chill. So like you said, you kind of poked at me for like a while till I actually started coming in and working out. Do you see that a lot with people, that they just keep procrastinating, and finally they do it? Or do you just see people just keep procrastinating forever? And then
they'll obviously keep seeing people that procrastinate, but the people that, are inching their way, they talk about or something. I never, will grab them. Hey, get your ass in the gym.
Right.
Can you say ass?
Yeah.
But it's mostly on their time, mentally wise, as you just got to get in the mindset of what you're ready to work out. You're ready to, change your life pretty much. And that's the way it starts.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I don't feel like it's changed my life. I just had to make time for it, but I had to be mentally prepared to take that hour in the day off of what I consider being productive at work. I had to take care of myself, which is why I wanted to incorporate this whole fitness thing on the podcast with parenting, because if you're not in good shape and you're not in good health and you're not there for your family, you can't take care of your family, you can't take care of your kids, and they're going to be taking care of you because you're going to be like in bad shape. Exactly. Are there things that these guys can do to help mentally prepare themselves, or do you have any like tips, tricks, anything along those lines of here's some things to think about to maybe start prepping your mind for like working out or gym or any of those kinds of things, or is it just self-awareness of finding out, would you prefer to do it in the morning, would you prefer to do it in the evening, is it even like different types of working out? Like I tried CrossFit and I tried this, and like
that'll come after times of when you want to, what kind of workout. That'll come after. First, you got to find, why you're going to do it. And, some people's health, something that stopped them or something backwards. They ran into a health problem and that kind of forces them. That's unfortunate.
Or it's a wake-up call or whatever.
A wake-up call, that's a lot of things. I train elderly people too, and, that's why some start, or some, their balance, some break their leg and just want to get stronger. Some people just set new goals in life. Our friend Doug, winning
all the stuff. Competitions. You guys hear me talk. I always pick on Doug. You see me in the stories picking on Doug, aka the Fit Dad 843. He good for him. He's been killing it, but that's a whole other level of I can't get.
So I'm sure he poked at you too to get you in the gym.
He really didn't. Doug and I have this really odd, like, it's not an odd relationship. I've been friends with Doug forever, but it's just kind of like that, I don't know, that like unsaid expectation of each other, because he and I both do things on very high levels. We don't do things to come in second place. So I think he knew that like once I committed, I'd be committed to it, and he never really pushed me.
I guess you just look at Doug and you kind of want to go to the gym.
Yeah, or you don't go to the gym. You're like, I'm never gonna look like that.
Before I forget, so find your reason. Stuff on the table. Find your reason, and a lot if you just take account for health wise. Not just right now this time, but down the line. If you have kids, if you have those are your role models,
right?
They look up to you, so you want to be healthier. They're going to be healthier. For me, health is very important for my performance. So, and just being around. I lost my dad early. He was very unhealthy, smoker. So he died before he even turned 60. Just some people don't know the road they're going to travel, or they finally find a road that leads them to healthier life.
Right.
One of them is to start with the gym. Usually health habits come after that.
Yeah, well, it's funny because to that point, I've always eaten like crap. And we talked about this in our original consultation when we were talking about some things. And I tell people all the time, I eat like a 5-year-old. I'm like kids menu, like chicken fingers, french fries, mac and cheese, pizza, Moes.
Dip an occasional Moes.
But like that's how I eat in a nutshell, and it's not great. You know, I don't eat veggies. I eat some fruits, but very rarely. You know, like I'll have some apple slices or something, or grapes. I love grapes, but those are like really sugary and probably not the best thing for me either. Yada, 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 go down the list. But after I start working out and I put all this effort in and I'm sore for 2 days because the first time I'm working out in a year and I can't walk and all these things. And I'm like, well, shoot, I'm not doing this for nothing. Like, I'm going to change my eating habits so that that I don't go back to like gaining more weight, or I'm doing this and I still might look fat or something. And I'm like, well, I better start eating better if I want this to be for something.
Exactly.
So you're right. It's like some of the other things start to come after. It's like the first thing to do is just get in the gym, get your foot in the door, make a few motions, get in there, and then the other things start to fall in place. That's pretty typical?
Yeah, usually start. So, you know, if someone wants to come in and they do start working out, even if they want to work out 1 time a week and that's what they could fit in their schedule, okay, that's fine. You know,
better than nothing,
more
right?
than happy to help them 1 time a week. And I'll say, hey, you need to come in here 7 times a week. That's just, you know, one thing, don't set people up for failure. Have a realistic.
That was a huge thing even with us, because even after telling you my eating habits, it was like, all right, well, we'll get there. You're like, I'm not gonna make a change. I'm not gonna change you overnight. Yeah. Like that's like putting people in a shock, and people don't want to hear that. That you have to kind of wean them into certain things and mold them along the way. And I'm sure that there's things that along the way you will kind of mold me or wean me into something that I'm not even really aware of, that you're just going to slowly push on me that will just happen. And I'll be like, oh shit, that's because John. And I won't even know it's happening. I'm sure it's going to happen. Exactly. And it's probably already happening.
I didn't even tell you that we're going to work on balance, but I just sneak that in there every day. Now you're a ninja.
Now I'm a ninja. You guys should see my ninja skills. Yeah, I think it's super important for people to just kind of walk before they run. Right?
Exactly.
I mean, it's probably the best analogy for that.
And you have a little bit of jogging in between.
I felt like we jogged last night. I told him I ate some cake over the weekend on my long weekend, and he made me pay for it.
Oh, the workout was a little tougher.
I'm feeling it today, too. So nutrition-wise, what are some of the most important things for people to keep in mind? You told me you wanted me to eat more often, eat less sugars, things in between, snacks, more protein, this, da-da-da. What's kind of like a good guideline basis?
Basically, what most people do is they're lacking food thereof. Not most people.
You had a great analogy for me, like the gas tank analogy.
You could relate to that because of working with vehicles.
Yeah.
I like vehicles. So if you have a vehicle and you're trying to get somewhere and you have a 10-gallon gas tank, you know, and it takes you 10 gallons to get to that place, you can't put 8 gallons of fuel in there. You're going to run out. What happens? Car shuts off. Your body, you know, if you're burning a certain amount of calories a day, you can't consume half of that. Your body's just going to make up for it, which is mostly store more fat, or you're going to be hungry and you're going to eat, usually pick at things that are just available quick, which is usually not the healthiest options. Mm-hmm. So if you could, you know, pick the ways, you know, have a plan that goes a little more healthy and
put some of that 93 octane in your gas tank.
Oh, then you'll be burning all the fuel. I'll go real quick.
And then you also made the analogy of the sugars and overeating and overfilling your gas tank and some of those things. What
usually sugars. So sugars will turn to fat if they're unused. So you know, you said grapes are high in sugar, but I eat a crap load of grapes. I eat bananas. Sometimes I eat 3 bananas a day. You know, it's when you're burning it more. I'm not going to tell you do that when you first start working out because your metabolism is a little bit slower. You want it, you know, related to cardio. You want to be like, say, going from a...
It's like RPMs in a car. Like, you're running high RPMs. I'm running, like, mid or lower RPMs.
Yeah, we're trying to get you to a hot rod, so...
Yeah, you're Formula One, 14,000 RPMs.
Yeah, we're trying to get you there so you could eat a lot more. Your metabolism will burn through that a lot easier. So, you know, we just try... Fruits are good, natural sugars, instead of eating, you know, a candy bar or stuff, you know, a packaged thing with preservatives and unnatural sugars. Your body will handle, you know, natural sugars a lot better.
Like grapes and things like that, natural sugar.
Yeah, and then usually pairing food, so your body needs protein to help recover your muscles, rebuild your muscles you're breaking down. A lot of people, you know, they're not even accounting for that. Fats are good for your brain, feed your body.
And there's different types of fats.
Different types of fats.
Talk to me about different types of fats.
So fats that just help you keep your body: monosaturated fat, unsaturated fat, polysaturated fats. You want to get more of the good fats, like in nuts, avocados, oils, olives, other things, dressings, stuff like that. Instead of getting fats from like
a cheeseburger,
grease, stuff like that.
Damn
the
it,
bad fats, which that down the line, long term, it's going to lead to clogged arteries, stuff like that.
Right.
Congestive
heart failure.
There you go. Number one killer in the world. There's a reason because of food. So that is the biggest thing is food. Awareness is, the biggest ticket to get healthier, but not everyone has that picture. So a good thing is, inch into the gym, and then from there it leads on. You have someone to help you, or you start reading more. You're just more aware of it. There's steps to get there. You don't just, boom, get in a door, here's a book. And
yeah, well, so to that point, like going back to how I kind of fell back in line with like better nutrition just inherently because I didn't want to be working out for no reason, but drinking more water instead of drinking sodas or this or that. And every once in a while I still have a soda because I feel like I just need some sugar and just like kind of I'm feeling like I'm a little sluggish through the day or something, and I'll like maybe drink like a half a cup of soda at lunch.
Oh yeah, well, another thing, you gotta enjoy your life, and I can say, hey, cut out sodas, cut out candy, cut out ice cream.
It's things in moderation, right? Yeah. Like just don't get stupid with it.
So instead of drinking 6 Cokes a day, cut it down to 3 Cokes first. I'm not gonna say, hey, cut all the Cokes out.
Yeah.
Drink 3 more waters. There's a step right there. That's where a lot of people, they run into failures, cut everything out, and they're not gonna do it, and then they just feel like crap, and then just start back over.
Right.
You're just going down the wrong
Starting over sucks.
So we want to keep you going down the road gently. We're not trying to go from here way up there, in one day, in 1 week,
So my next hurdle in the nutrition world is vegetables. How are we going to overcome that?
Well, back to Doug. So there's one thing I helped him with is we got some powder, and he just throws it in his, smoothies or shakes or whatever. He doesn't like
gives you the nutrients of the vegetables.
Nutrients of it, not everyone wants to sit there and eat on broccoli or eat asparagus or even cook it. Some people don't even buy it, so there's a way to fix it right there. There's plenty of ways. You could go to Whole Foods, go to whatever, and buy the powder you pour in something.
I need to be more like my kids. My kids are like so much more in shape than I am. They eat the vegetables, the broccolis, the this. Ugh.
That's why they put you to shame.
When they came to the gym and worked out with me, I put it on Instagram, and they were like, "Oh, that's easy, Dad. I can do that." And John's like making me look bad because he's got them doing stuff that I can't do.
Oh, well, I can't wait to see that again. I hope they come every week. That'll be a nice motivator.
I was a little upset that day because I was like, Matt was like, "Oh no, we don't have childcare on Fridays." I'm like, "Oh God." Yeah. But it was fun. I think it's a good thing for them to see and witness and experience. I mean, my kids are in gymnastics and they get a lot of exercise and they do a lot of condition training and things like that. So they're doing more in the gym than I am, really.
But to see me doing it,
me doing it as well, I think helps motivate them and keeps them in the right mindset moving forward. That like this is the right thing to do. Maybe it'll keep them from not hating it in gymnastics later because they see me doing it too, or I don't know, as they get older and go to teenagers and they're
I mean, can't really read. You could know what they're gonna do later. You obviously know they're not gonna, not work out. They're not gonna do stuff. They're always gonna be doing something. They might go from gymnastics to soccer or whatever.
Right.
Whatever. But
they're like me. I mean, super active. I've had an unbelievably high metabolism for my entire life up until probably the last few years I was like, have hit my 30s, and everyone told me like, oh, eventually that's going to slow down. You can't just eat anything you want and be skinny for the rest of your life, because that's how it's been. Like, I was like 165 pounds my entire life and then I got up to probably 180 as I got older and just matured and became bigger, and then I just started to get like I'd say overweight. I'm not like way overweight or fat by any means, I don't think, but like
you're now under 200. So
yeah. So, and what was I at 207 or
close,
roughly 207, 210, and at like 196. It's pretty good.
We have a
We got
almost
another
first a month.
I don't remember if I told you guys about the 3D body scan. I feel like I did. I think I told it. So over at the gym, I go see John the first day. 3D body scan. So this thing, you stand on this thing and it spins around 360. You take off all your clothes. You can leave your underwear on and stuff, but it scans your entire body and it like creates this 3D image, which is really cool and like crazy to look at and a little disheartening in a few places. But realistically, I mean, it measures everything very precisely and weight and like your balance on your feet, both your heel to toe, but left and right.
Distribution, your body
weight distribution and like your
posture
spine
analysis.
alignment and all kinds of stuff. It's really, really cool. So, you know, we're planning to do that every 30 days, at least at this point, and be able to track that progress. And I want to, it'd be really cool to see it again here in a couple of days at 60 days. There wasn't a huge improvement. I really kind of want to overlay them on the computer, like on top of each other, because I think that'll be kind of cool to see.
That'd be cool. Let's put them right next to each other. But that's probably another thing that a lot of people have the wrong thing to follow, to look at, is just their weight. You got to have a little more pictures than just your weight.
Yeah, big time. I told people a lot, like for a long time, I didn't care about the scale because there's guys that look, it's like, it's an indicator of things. Like if your goal is to lose weight, you just know you're overweight and your goal is to lose weight, that helps. But there's other, like you said, there's other metrics in there to look at, whether it's posture or balance or measurements or
muscle weight
or fat percentages and things like that that you don't get on a scale per se.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they do have more smart skills now. It could tell you stuff.
Some things, but they're not going to give you all that.
Yeah. So it definitely helps.
The scale, like I could start gaining weight tomorrow, but if it's all muscle, you know?
Exactly.
So
it'll look different. Your clothes fit different. That's a good way to look at it. What you see in the mirror is a different way. If your wife tells you you're looking better, another way.
Yeah. She said something funny to somebody. I'm trying to remember. She said something so funny, and I just keep picking on her. I can't remember what it was right now, but my wife said something really funny to me because she was complimenting me. She's like, "Hey, you look so much better," and she said something funny. We were in Tennessee. And we were talking with her friend, and I don't remember what she said. I wish I could remember, but
Tell me about the moves.
Oh, the moves. We're working, do some chest workouts. And he's like, yeah, we're working on some boobies today. And then he goes, before too long, your wife's gonna want to see your boobies. And then I said something to Brandy about. I was like, yeah, we worked on my boobies today. You like my boobies? And she's like, you mean your moobs? I'm like, oh God, I'm going. See ya. Bye.
Maybe we'll work them today.
It was funny. It was super funny. Okay, so we talked about nutrition and sugars. We talked about some good fats, some bad fats. What are some of the basic movements, basic workouts, things that get these guys started, things they can do at home?
Home stuff, body weight, push-ups, squats. You can work plenty of things in your core, laying down, sitting. If you have a pull-up bar, start, basic. If you just had push-up, squats, sit-ups, that's something.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't have much, and you could start there. Ease into gym after that, but if you don't, buy a mat. They have workout videos. There's plenty of ways to do something. Go and with a group run with some people if that's what motivates you. Some people are self-motivated. Some people, they want to do stuff
with a group or whatever,
or be around people. So you got to find what motivates you. I could do stuff most of the time by myself. It helps. I go run with my friends too because they help push me.
Well, that goes kind of back to like what I was saying before and like finding out what the best style is for you. Like CrossFit was not it for me. I had zero, I did not enjoy it. I dreaded it. I didn't look forward to it at all. Now, you and I are at the point where I enjoy working out. It's like we have fun conversations. I'm not like dying throughout the time. Like I might be dying for 4 minutes while I finish rolling up the stupid thing.
Your calves might be dying.
In my calf, but like when I get done with it in 48 seconds and I can take a break for a minute before I do it again, like cool. And I see some other people there, I chit chat, I have conversations. Like I have fun going to the gym, and I'm to the point now like, oh, I can't wait to go to the gym. And like, I haven't said that maybe ever. So
Well, the main purpose.
Everyone will find something that works for them.
Oh yeah, main purpose when you go to the gym for you, what you're trying to achieve, or what we're trying to help achieve together, is for you to break down muscle. Over time, it repairs, and that's going to help burn away the fat, the excess fat your body has, combined with eating good. You can't just work out and not eat good and get results. You might get some slowly, or you might get a little bit in first, and you could go backwards, or it just plateaus. So that's where we'll ease in over time. But basically, it's just break down muscle with the workouts, resistance training. You do the rowing machine for your warm up. Try to do it safe workout. We'll start adding a little bit more cardio after your workouts. I'm not going to push you, hey, go jump on, do 30 minutes on the treadmill or whatever after your workout. We're, getting there.
Which he says, so he said the cardio after a workout helps burn fat faster.
Burn a little more fat after. So when you're working out, you're breaking down muscles. And then if you're eating right, you burn through your carbs, your glycogen in your muscles. You burn through that, then you have what's left is you're burning through fat. So instead of just going in there, when you're working out, you don't just start burning away fat. It's just not how it happens, unless you just woke up and, what some people do is fasted cardio, wake up and start doing cardio immediately. But we don't do that. You don't work out at 5 a.m.
I'm not Doug. I eat plenty of sugar too. I'm not going to pass out from hypoglycemia. Is that how you pronounce that? Did I say that right? That's crazy stuff. Have I been making progress, John? Let's fill these guys in on my first 60 days. Where was I at on day one?
Day one, I believe we started with upper body. I believe you had...
How'd I do?
10 pounds.
Did I have to go to yoga weights that day?
You had 10 pounds on the curls. I think I have a video of that.
Nice.
Forearm twist, you were doing, I think, a 3-pounder.
That sucks. That and my calves, I hate those the worst. Forearms. Ugh. Go ahead. Sorry.
Still don't have a pull-up yet. Your daughter's shamed you in that one.
Well, you made me do pull-ups at the end of a workout. I could do 5 pull-ups right now.
Push-ups, you were about at 10. Now you're about to 30.
30.
And that's on 60 days. On the half Bosu ball, so you upgraded on that. Shoulders, basic body-wise, you're just getting stronger. Balance.
Can you say that one more time a little slower? What?
Basically, body-wise, you're getting stronger.
Okay, just thanks. Just want to clarify. It's amazing because, one of the things that I said to Alex when I first started working out, and maybe I even said it to you, I don't feel bad. I didn't feel not strong. I didn't feel incapable of doing certain things. But then as I started working out more and more, it was clear to me that I was pretty weak. I had gotten weak from not working out and from sitting around and all these different things. But now, like you said, I'm building strength. I'm like, oh dang, that's light. Let's add some more weight to it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh really? I'm like, yeah, we can do more weight than that.
Yeah, and that and your muscle endurance also is, increased also. So, being able to do 30 push-ups and then do another 30 right after that. Mm-hmm. You were at to where you're doing 30 and then you jump down, you can only do 10 after that. So, and then being able to last a whole hour of a workout, still push weight towards the end, that would be more your muscle endurance. So that comes after time as well.
Right. Cool. I don't know what else to talk about. You got anything? What are some of the common questions or anything that you get that you think is valuable to the people listening and watching that you might relay some message to them?
A lot of people ask, when should I do cardio? How much cardio should I do? Which cardio is the best? There's not really I don't tell people what's the best answer. It's what fits you better. You like the rowing machine, works your upper, and rowing is a really good exercise. Some people just like the treadmill. Some people like to run. Some people like to do the elliptical or the Stairmaster. So it's up to you. It's cardio, whatever. It's working your heart and your lungs. You're starting to sweat. It's fine. Workout wise, find what's first safe for you to do, and then build from there. Weight wise, what you could do.
At what point does it become not good? I talked about the CrossFit stuff, but there's a lot of people out there doing CrossFit that are throwing around the heaviest weights they can, trying to PR every time they pick something up, and that causes injuries, right?
There is a big, cause injuries everywhere, but that would be from people not, doing it in the safest way or having the right guidance. But, if you have the right guidance and you're doing something the safer way, what your body can handle, then, you're going to be, some of those people are just plain beasts at working out.
Sure.
So you'll be
yeah,
really
and
good at it.
I don't not CrossFit. I say things like that because I don't know better, and I hear things and I read headlines. But two, when I was a part of it, it just seemed like there's a culture of people within that community that I feel just aren't doing it right or for the wrong reasons. And it just seems kind of crazy.
Yeah. So for you, your body style, what kind of workouts you enjoy, that wouldn't be the kind of workout for you. And then some people, they've never ran in their life, and I have some people, they just see that I go to a lot of 5Ks, and I've mentioned, hey, come to this fundraiser or whatever, and they've come and they just start doing it like over and over, and
they're hooked.
Like the NineLine 5K.
Yeah.
So people come to that a couple of times.
Yeah.
They just enjoy it.
Well, there's some other people that you train that have made leaps and bounds. TR has done great. I mean, he was a pretty overweight guy.
Yeah.
And he's out there running those things now. And
yeah, he's running NineLine 5K, I think.
Right. When was that?
24 minutes, something like that.
I couldn't do that, I'm sure. I can't run in my damn mailbox. I hate running. I'll ride my skateboard, though. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll ride my one wheel while you run it.
Well, that seems pretty fast, so maybe you could pace me on that one. You get above 20 miles an hour.
That's fast, dude. How fast were you? Were running 20. I clocked John. I was riding my boosted board. We were right at 21 miles an hour. He was running.
27.8 is the fastest human in the world.
You're close. You're close. The problem is going from 20 to 27 is like a whole nother level.
Oh, yeah. Maybe getting from 21 to 21 and a half, that's might take, by the time you get to 100 days, maybe I'll get there.
We'll try it again.
We'll work together.
Yes. Anything else that customers or clients ask you about besides the cardio?
Oh, they ask me about everything. And
common stuff, though?
Common stuff. How much water to drink. There's difference in liters and 16 ounces if that's what you drink, or if you drink out of a Yeti. If you drink a gallon, drink at least a gallon a day. But start somewhere. I don't say, hey, you need to drink 4 liters of water, or you need to drink a gallon and a half, because people don't pay attention most of the time.
Right.
Start with if you're drinking, what are you doing now, and then we'll start from there. Oh, I'm drinking about 3 of these. Try to have 4 of those. Bump it up 1. That's a little bit more water. Add more healthy fats into your diet. Nuts. There's some nuts in the middle of the day. If you're eating apple slices, there's some nuts with that. You're having more of a complete meal where your body could digest a little bit better and burn more fat over time. Before workouts, try not to, pound something down 10 minutes before you can go to the gym. Have some time to digest. Your body works a little bit better. Same thing in running, or going to the pool. You usually don't eat right before you're going to jump in the pool. Body works the same. Get more sleep. 2 easiest ways to burn fat.
Yeah, that's another one. I'm bad about sleeping.
Sleep and drink water. That's probably the 2 easiest ways.
Is that why you lose weight when you're just like in the hospital? Well, you probably you're not really eating a lot, but then you just, you know what I mean? Like people get sick and they just lose weight.
Usually if you have an IV put in you, you're getting fed intravenously, but if not, you're getting fed water, and then just usually the right amount of food is what you need.
Right.
Usually it's healthy food when you're in the hospital.
And it tastes like crap. Anyways, this is a subject I know nothing about, you guys, so you can leave all your hate comments below on my stupid questions.
I'm sure if there's any other questions, I'll answer.
Yeah, well, I want you to tell them what you did in the Navy, because it's really cool and interesting, between being an electrical engineer to fighting pirates.
So it was called a Mesron Mobile Security. So in the Africa, Somalia area, there's cargo ships come through. Just usually where the biggest high piracy involvement is down there. So, we had to have a job to make sure that doesn't happen. Guide boats in, sometimes 2-3 boats around a vessel, whatever's coming in. Especially around the Captain Phillips. That was a good while ago. That was the big, they made a movie about it.
Mm-hmm.
That was when the big stuff was going on. So pretty much just protect boats that are coming in. It's pretty hot down there. So, yeah, so I enjoy the humidity over here. It doesn't bother me at all.
Right.
So I enjoyed that.
Before that, you were working in the Navy as an electrical engineer.
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing stuff on submarines and working on systems there.
It's submarines, bounce around, regular stuff, lights, just a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
And then got enough of seeing the world and rules to follow.
Yeah, time to break out into your own thing.
I like to chill a little bit. And
if you guys couldn't tell how chill John is, he's just cool, calm, just John.
That's it.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for coming on and chatting a little bit, giving these guys some information about taking care of themselves and keeping the dad bod in check. I appreciate it. And like you said, you had a cancellation, so I get to work out a little earlier today.
Yeah, we get ready for that. Drink a little more water.
I'll drink another bottle of water here and pretend to go be fit. Guys, thanks for listening. I appreciate it. I hope you got something out of that conversation. John, where can they find you?
PULSEology, Powerhouse Gym. There every day.
Run Johnny Run on Instagram.
Or I'm on the road running.
Or he's running somewhere. Like Forrest Gump. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Please like this video, leave a rating and a comment wherever you're listening to it. We would appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next video, episode, podcast, whatever it is.